How to become a social media manager in 2022. A lot of people ask me this question, but some don't have the slightest idea of what a social media needs to bring to the table in order to succeed. And trust me, posting those Instagram images isn't enough. And that's perfectly fine because that's how I started off, and I learned through a lot of trial and error on what needs to be done to be an effective social media manager. And I knew how to get traffic to a website and make that traffic generate and produce sales or leads. But that's as far as I knew when I first started off. And then over time, I learned how to adapt that, get that repeat purchasers, get them to keep coming back and upselling and referring their friends. And today, I'm going to teach you what you need to do to become the best social media manager out there. According to a report produced by We Are Social and Hootsuite, 57.6% of the world's population is on social media. That's roughly 4.55 billion people. And there's a ton more coming online. This means that social media experts will become more and more important for any company that wants to reach its target audience. So let's dive into the steps that you need to take in order to become a social media manager. Step 1, get some basic education. You don't need to be in college if you don't want to be a social media manager. A college degree isn't going to help you with that. You need to get in tune with your customers. That's what I mean by education. In fact, you're more likely to succeed if you focus on getting to understand your ideal audience. From getting a formal education, business or marketing or any related thing, I don't think that's going to do any good versus just actually experimenting and figuring out what people are liking and what's causing them to stick around. And here are some courses that'll help you get started. Facebook Social Media Marketing Professional Certificate, check that out. Instagram Unlocked, LinkedIn Unlocked, Facebook Unlocked. They're all on the Neil Patel website for free. Step 2, get some test clients. Pro tip, focus on a niche. Because when you focus on a niche and do well, it's easier to get more clients in that niche. Do lots of competitive research, especially in the niche you're targeting. Identify your potential customers, their weaknesses, right? Come up with an action plan for these clients and customers that you're trying to attract, and then overcome them. Because you can do it. You're smart. You can figure it out. You've gotten here so far, right? You can do well as long as you put your mind to it. And work for lower rates, or even sometimes work for free just to get started. It's a great way to get your foot in the door, although you can't see my foot moving forward, and then you can go in and eventually get paid. I've shared a strategy that I used to get clients for my ad agency, and it worked extremely well in one of my YouTube videos, and you should check it out and use it to get your first clients too. Step 3, build a portfolio of great results. Be aggressive with your testing. When you're working with your clients, you want to produce results. Not do anything unethical, not do anything shady, but you need to be aggressive and continually test and put in the hours. Test different content formats, test different content topics. One skill that you need will be great at analytics. You need to look at the data, see what's getting the likes, the shares, the clicks to the website, and causing the purchases. Do a deep dive into what's working and what isn't working. That's very important too. So that way you can understand more of the stuff you should create and less of the stuff that's failing and that's not really helping you succeed. I want you to double down and then continually experiment with new formats, even once you find the winners, because over time, things change and you need to understand what not just makes your audience tick, but what continually makes them tick as things and market conditions change. Step 4, establish and improve your processes. As you become more experienced, you'll find that there are activities that you're continually doing repeatedly over and over and over and over and over and over again. And you don't want to do that. So make sure that you document those and you either get people to help you out or you find tools that'll automate some of that stuff. And some of these things include client onboarding, delivery of specific services, reporting to clients, communications with clients, right? There's a lot of tools that help with that stuff. Step 5, create your client acquisition funnel. If you're going to sell yourself as a social media manager, it's important that you start promoting yourself actively on social media. Over time, you'll understand what works best to educate your potential clients, entertain them, and even get them involved in your brand to get them interested in your services. Put together some offers that reflect those interactions so that way you don't have to continually come up with custom services for your clients. Step 6, hire and scale. Bring along people that'll help scale up the processes. People who have the right competencies and experiences. In other words, you're hiring people who have already done it before. If you hire new people that have never been in social media, what do you got to do? You got to train them. But if you hired someone who's done it successfully not once, not twice, but over 3 times, the chances are they'll do it for you successfully as well.